Hey guys, this is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up, it's your girl Sasha Banks, Legit Boston. You are watching Going In Raw. You like that?
What's up? This is the most must-see WWE superstar of all time and his lovely, gorgeous wife.
Marie.
And you are going in SmackDown Live.
This is the glorious one, Bobby Roode, and you're watching Going In Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
Yeah, welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve and Larson, and available wherever fine podcasts are. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notify bell next to it to make sure you're always getting your new Going In Raw notifications. We're also available in the audio realm on CastBox. Check it out. We're wherever fine podcasting can be found, but also on CastBox.
We have a partnership with CastBox.
We got a partnership with CastBox.
It's a great app. Oh, gosh.
Botch. Anyways, we got a great partnership with CastBox. You should check it out. It's fantastic. I was listening to CastBox the other day when I was listening to my 538 Politics podcast.
Oh, good. I need to catch up.
It's great. So, yeah, we're there. We're also on the Patreon at patreon.com/Steve and Larson. We have a variety of reward tiers there. I'm going to throw out a reward tier for you, Larson. $5. What do you get for $5?
Oh, you get a lot. You get post-show yay or nay.
A 30-minute post show Monday through Friday. Can't beat that.
Post-show yay or nay, you get that.
Yeah.
$5 a month.
Yeah.
You get our gratitude and thanks.
Yeah, that's a big one.
You can't put a price on.
No, you cannot.
What else do they get for $5?
That's pretty much it, right? Yeah. Post show is pretty big. It's like
That's exclusive content.
It's like 2.5 hours of exclusive
And we
content.
only save the best for post-show yay or nay.
We did bring back 10 for the win for post show yay or nay because it's behind a paywall, so nobody can really get us for that. Nobody at Machinima can be like, they have to become a patron before they send their legal notice, their cease and desist. We're also at ProWrestlingTees.com/Going In Raw. This week, I'm going to be designing a new shirt.
We're collaborating on a shirt, too. We have to finish the Chill Roman one.
That is true. But I really want to do that Undertaker, the non-Undertaker shirt. Put you down like a dog.
Never said that. And I said he never said that. And you were like, yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
But he never said it.
Well, if it happened in my head. See, I might just be going through...
Perception is reality, yada, yada, yada.
Well, that, or I've been bouncing through different parallel universes.
You would like to think that.
And
that's
one of
the
those,
explanation you would
that'd
like.
be terrifying. Because what if I jump into a parallel
then you're
universe?
like in an episode of a science fiction show, and I think you'd be cool with that.
No, man, because what if one of those parallel universes I was like a prisoner, some prison
But
somewhere?
The thing is, if you're bouncing between parallel universes, at a certain point, you will bounce out of that one.
I
to
hope
another
so.
one.
Yee.
So
that sounds
I guess
terrifying.
you can take a certain degree of comfort in that, knowing that you won't be stuck in any less than satisfying parallel universe. Just wait it
There's
out.
one parallel universe where I have like a robot companion. That'd be cool. Speaking of robot companions, you want to talk about Matt Hardy?
Who's a robot?
I don't know. Senor Benjamin? He could be a robot.
I don't think he is.
Maxwell? Is he a robot?
Don't think so.
In any event, he's going back home to his robot companions. Apparently, he's retiring. He posted a video on Twitter this past Saturday. Is that when it was?
Yeah.
Is this quote here from the actual video?
No, that's the actual tweet.
Oh, that's a tweet.
Yeah, it said, "It's time for me to go home to be a father and a husband. I did so much more than I ever imagined I would do in this industry. Thanks for making this incredible journey with me. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you all." And then in the video, he's like leaving the locker room with a suitcase. And he kind of says, hey, I've done a lot. This is what I did since I returned to WWE. WrestleMania 33, one of the greatest moments of my career. WrestleMania 34, winning the Andre Battle Royal. Ultimate Deletion. It's been great.
Yeah.
However, there's been a lot of speculation online about my future. And he said, thankfully, WWE has let me fulfill all my advertised dates. This one, I guess, in Corpus Christi, Texas, was the last one. And while he said, never say never, that was likely the last time anyone would see Woken Matt Hardy in a WWE ring.
Yeah. He moves like he's 80 years old.
Well, we heard a while ago that he was dealing with some sort of injury, something along the lines of his lower back becoming fused with his pelvis. Just from impact, I would suspect.
He's been doing
26
this
years.
forever.
26 years.
At a very, very high level.
Yes.
Yes. And there was that fantastic documentary they did on the Hardys not too long ago.
Yeah, that was really good.
Where it detailed, it's not just that he's been doing this at a high level. Like, okay, so you take a guy like Randy Orton, for example, who's, wrestling takes a toll on your body, but he, has had a bust now for years with like special massages and stuff like
Well,
that.
he-
And he's never worked like an extreme style. Like wrestling takes a toll on your body, but when you wrestle the way Matt Hardy did for years and years versus the way Randy Orton has, and I'm just using Randy Orton as an example of somebody who's been around forever.
Yeah.
That takes a toll on your body more so.
He posted a tweet a while ago where he did a top rope leg drop, and he said this is probably the reason why my lower back is fusing my pelvis right now.
Yeah.
Just from repeated impact.
Yeah. That's rough.
Because when you compress the spine like that, nothing good's going to happen.
Yeah. So, I mean, look, man, Matt Hardy's been a part of like my entire wrestling, because I started watching in college when the Hardy Boys started becoming a thing, or like right before then anyways. And so he's always been, and like what's been crazy is his sort of longevity and his continual reinvention.
Yeah.
That's what's been kind of crazy with him, because with Jeff Hardy, on the other side, his brother, I mean, yeah, he's reinvented, but Jeff Hardy was so like naturally the charismatic one. Like there was something about him that just had rock star quality that Matt Hardy didn't quite have.
Yeah.
But Matt Hardy's ability to reinvent himself over and over again, I think absolutely added to his longevity.
Oh, heck yeah. Should he go in the Hall of Fame this year?
If he wants to,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I mean, he's, unless he wants to wait for his brother,
Jeff,
But
Which would probably be the case.
I think they both should go in as tag team and
Solo.
and solo.
Yeah, agreed.
But obviously, them as a tag team, I would say is a much bigger act than either of them were solo.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. He might want to wait it out. There's no rush. I do hope that he, I would think that number one, he's not hurting for money.
Yeah.
But number two, he seems to have a true love for the professional wrestling business, and there was rumors also that he was learning how to be a producer.
Yeah, he was backstage at SummerSlam.
That would actually be really, really cool, because we hear.
He seems like a really creative guy.
Yeah, exactly. And you hear about guys like Tyson Kidd, Jamie Noble, other former wrestlers, they transition into being producers. I would love to see what kind of, mind Matt Hardy could bring to a program that he's not on camera with.
Yeah.
If he's sort of calling the shots backstage and building matches, that'd be fascinating. That'd be really interesting.
Agreed. That'd be really interesting.
Yeah. So good for him. Let's read some super chats, and then I'll explain why this week there is no new intro, even though it's waiting.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Joe Juarez. Hey, guys. What a night. Too sweet and a potato handshake.
Man, yeah, we went all in on potatoes last
really
night during
did.
the live stream. By the way, hey, tomorrow morning, first thing in the morning, I'm posting a truncated version of our reactions. I finally did it, Larson.
Good.
Our reactions
I'm eager to see it. How'd it turn out?
I think it's a thumbs up.
Is it mildly entertaining?
I hope.
All right.
I don't know. It's all stuff that we said.
Did you do slow-mo zoom-in stuff for the Jeff Hardy reactions?
No, I should. I mean, I think it was what we did was visceral enough.
All right. Fair enough. Shane Anonymous. I wish Brock would have won the match for someone. Agreed. Telling you, F5 Roman on top of Braun as they did it. Just have Roman. Did I say? No, I did say F5 Roman on top of Braun.
Yeah.
I thought I said F5 Braun on top of Braun. Just
Braun
have
on top
Roman.
of Braun, that'd be good.
Roman stay there instead of that ref running into the ring to call the match.
Yeah.
Have him just kind of pinfall. Doesn't hurt Braun the least. Real Rich Hardesty. We all got potatoed by that finish last night.
Man, tell me about it. That was a super potato.
It really was.
Steve Kuharski. Any update on Jeff Hardy?
Yeah.
No, I read something where he said that he's all right. I mean, that was basically it. He said, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
And then I saw there was a post-match interview with AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. We got a medical update.
This is from WWE.com, so this is all kayfabe. Michael Cole later reported last night that Hardy began coughing up blood while en route to the facility.
Not
Once
true.
that subsided, Kathy Kelly went to report that Hardy would be kept overnight for further observation. The following morning, however, WWE.com learned that Hardy walked out of the medical facility on his own during the night.
That's the most kayfabe shit ever.
Oh,
That's
heck yeah.
the fakest shit I've ever
He's
read.
fine.
They can't be dicking around with medical reports like that. You can't kayfabe a medical report, for God's sake.
Well, it's on WWE.com, so it's not a real medical report.
That's terrible.
It's all to serve the story, Steve.
Messing with our emotions, man.
Yeah, Mike WOP. Just want to say you guys are the greatest. Thank you very much.
Oh, I was going to say there was also an AJ Styles interview.
Oh yeah.
Where it didn't really. I was hoping they would go with a bit. He was a bit defiant. You know, he said, the bottom line is I'm still WWE champion.
Yeah.
And whatever. It was very like we're not sure exactly how we're going to approach the storyline, and this is just for .com, so don't show your hand too much. Mm-hmm. It was very much that. So there wasn't like any clear. Like he wasn't like, man, I can't believe that happened. I tapped out.
Yeah, well, he wasn't acting like he got away with one, huh?
Not really, no.
Wayne-maker, Larson, who's the new guy? He's rubbish.
Oh, he's rubbish. Stoner Boner, no Hawaiian short during live stream, unfollowed JK.
I think Hawaiian shirt.
Oh, no Hawaiian shirt. Well, this was Hell in a Cell, man.
But we were in a tropical locale. You could have wore the Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah, I could have. It was on the floor. It was right next to me.
Oh, you know what you should have wore?
What's that?
Your Undisputed Era tank top.
No, that's just for chilling at home, dude. That's just for like chilling at home.
People want to see that.
Do they really?
Yeah, Leo Gonzalez. So. Hey, friendos, just want to let you know I'm filing for divorce after not coming to terms with my wife about my $20 pledge. Kayfabe, just kidding. I'll do my $20 pledge on October 1st.
Man, you can't kayfabe a divorce notice like that. Leo Gonzalez 3. Wow, that was rough.
Shocking.
So, anyways,
speaking of shocking,
shock the system.
Oh, you have something else you want to say? Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, what were you? Oh, you were.
I was gonna move on, but I forgot
no.
you had something else you wanted to say.
So last week, as you guys may or may not know, I went to Orlando, Florida, which is a state on the other side of the country. It kind of looks like a penis, and the WWE 2K people invited me personally out, not you.
Well, that's not true.
They invited me out to go get footage and hobnob with WWE superstars.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got 4 interviews that for sure will air. I'm undecided if I'm going to run the Undisputed Era.
You got to do that one.
I don't know.
That's the get.
I'm not happy with it. No, the get is so. A lot of people want to know: did I get the intro? Yes.
Yeah.
I got the intro. It's kind of the only thing I cared about. The interview itself, I was so in a rush just to get them because they weren't there. I don't think they weren't part of the official lineup of guests that they had available to us.
Yeah.
I think that like the entire NXT roster was present. And I'm going to talk about what happened extensively on Friday.
Yeah.
Because there's a thing called an embargo.
Yeah, which says you can't talk about certain things before.
But I'm not sure exactly so I know I can't show any gameplay footage or our channel can't before Thursday. But they're very general when they say, you can't talk about this event until the embargo's up. So I'm going to play it safe because we like to be professional and maintain our relationships.
Yeah.
And so I'm not going to talk about it. And so therefore also the intro will not debut until maybe Thursday. I'll see if I can do it this week before Thursday. At the latest next week, the Undisputed Era will be in the intro.
I have an idea. I want to suggest to you we can do it later when we talk about various things.
Okay.
Not on air.
You mean splitting up the intros via brand? Is that what your suggestion was going to be?
No.
Because we don't have enough Raw people. Like everybody we have is SmackDown.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So, but no, okay. Well, I mean, we got Sasha. She's Raw, but yeah, whatever. Okay, well, that's
Bob
cool.
Roode's on Raw.
Whatever idea you have.
Bob Roode's on Raw.
Is he, though?
I mean, physically.
Do we do a main event recap? Because that's where he's headed.
I think that's where Raw.
But it was a load of fun, and
Yeah, it looked like you had a blast.
I did. We gotta figure out a way for them to put you on the invite list because I'm surprised they snubbed you this year.
No, we talked about this already.
Did we?
We said since we had already missed so many videos this month due to All In, week after that I missed a day because I went on vacation.
Everybody seemed happier that you weren't there, so maybe it's a good thing that you're not.
That's usually how things happen.
Yeah,
is
like
when I'm not there, people are more excited about life in general. That's fine. I'm used to that. The fact that anybody would be in the same room with me is shocking to me.
Oh, I love you.
Nonetheless, we agreed that you would go to this thing. I would continue producing videos.
Yeah.
Just because we missed so many.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if that hadn't been the case, I would have went with you.
I'll tell you this, dude. I'll tell you this. if Undisputed Era was on that list of people who are going to be there, I would have been like, fuck YouTube revenue, you're coming.
Yeah, I know. I might have said that too.
That was a big difference.
Yeah.
And they were just chilling there with their tag team title belts on.
Best thing. That's so good.
Anyways, I'll talk about it all on Friday.
You'll have the floor for a good,
and
what,
then
8 minutes
and
on
then
Friday.
starting Thursday, you and I are going to talk about it today. But like I said, I've got 4 really, really good interviews that I was very happy with. I have one interview that I'm terribly unhappy with, but there is a little nugget of maybe news in there.
You got to run. We have
that
to run it.
That I find fascinating. Well, we're going to talk about that for sure. So I might run that one thing that happened.
No, we have to run the whole thing. That's the get. That's the huge get.
Well, no, it's because it's a terrible interview. It's really bad.
No, I don't think it's terrible. Did you stumble? Like, could you not think of a question?
Oh.
Or were you just underprepared? Because it's just being underprepared, and as long as it's entertaining conversation,
I just stumbled. I didn't choke. I didn't stand there in silence.
It wasn't a Charlotte 2.0.
No, it wasn't.
Then it's
I will
fine.
say that.
Then we're running it.
We'll see. I have the footage, man.
Then we're running it. Speaking of running, Brock did a run-in on Hell in a Cell last night. Dropped a couple F5s, and that was apparently enough. Where did I read this? I think Cage Side Seats, maybe? No, it was on Twitter. Roman and Braun were down for 7.5 minutes while everybody brawled on top of the cell.
7.5?
7.5 minutes.
I was listening to Meltzer and Alvarez this morning, and they said it was at least 6. So
yeah, 7.5 minutes. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Anyways, Brock Lesnar showed up at Hell in a Cell last night, looking fit, looking trim, got a nice beard coming in. Mm-hmm. And Dave Meltzer did a report for MMA Fighting that states that while Brock, as we can see, is indeed training for a return to the UFC, the Beast, quote, appeared Sunday to set up another big pro wrestling match that would take place in as of yet announced major show in Saudi Arabia on November 2nd. Meltzer also adds that, quote, in Lesnar's case, it is believed that it is believed to be well into the 7 figures for the matches in Saudi Arabia. I guess just him. Is he wrestling 2 matches in Saudi Arabia? That says matches.
For the matches in Saudi Arabia.
Anyways, apparently he's making at least $1 million. And, quote, it's not clear whether Lesnar would face Reigns for the title in the main event or it would be a three-way match.
Well into the 7 figures. The $1 million is literally the bare minimum you can have in 7 figures.
Well into is probably like 4.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking, man.
Yeah.
So much money to be made in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
We should go over there, start a pro wrestling podcast.
All right.
For the Saudi government and just get so much money. They will say, you cannot talk about women, though. I'll say, listen, friendo. Totally fine with that. Give me money. Give me money. Give me money. Give me money. No, that'd be messed up. Anyways.
Not unexpected, although I am somewhat surprised that he's going to wrestle.
Yeah, I'm super surprised
before going, having his fight late January. There's always the risk of injury.
Yeah.
What if he goes in there and tears up his knee? Then his fight against Daniel Cormier is off the table.
Yeah, in order for him to have a match, he kind of has to do an F5 on somebody big.
Yeah.
Unless he's going to come in and decimate the cruiserweights, which I don't think they want to see. So yeah, I was surprised by this. I figured that he would be.
Well, the match is going to be a triple threat, just based on what they booked.
Yeah, it's got to be Braun, Roman, and Brock, right?
Yeah.
For the Universal Championship. Yeah. So I think we're safe. I think we're safe in assuming that Brock's not going to win that thing. Oh, come on. Don't go back to that. He's not winning that title. Get out of here with that. This is a one-time deal for, what you say, $4 million? Confirmed right here? $4 million?
This is speculation, but
pure speculation.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I would pick not Brock.
No, man.
But it wouldn't be my highest amount of confidence points.
Who would you put more confidence in, Braun or Brock?
Well, Braun.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
I would say it's probably
Roman, Braun, Brock.
40% Roman, 45% Roman, 40% Braun.
Okay, yeah.
15% Brock.
Okay, fair enough. I'd give Brock 10%, I guess. And then
it's because it's still if
70
you really want to do some cross promotion marketing, you put that Universal title on Brock when he goes in the octagon, man.
They never would have had him drop it in the first place. I don't know.
Probably not.
I'll say Brock 5%. Brock 5%.
15.
The only reason he's going to be there is because somebody in the Saudi government really loves him. That's why. But yeah, because you got to do appearances and stuff. You're Universal Champion.
Did he when he was Universal Champion?
Probably.
I don't think he did.
He didn't do anything.
No, he didn't do anything. Not a thing.
Oh man, but yeah, dude, you know, it is kind of a bummer. You think you're done with the guy, and then he's back. So yeah, it's a drag. Everybody's crapping on that finish last night.
Oh,
too.
and
Everybody.
deservedly so. It was
Yeah.
terrible.
Oh, it's awful.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
How do you throw out a Hell in a Cell match? Boggles the mind.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing though. Even if they did the standing 10 count, people still would have been pissed
Oh, I
about
know,
it.
but at least that would have fit within the rules of wrestling. This is just we don't know what else. We don't know how else to finish this match. Let's just have Brock come in, decimate everybody, and then just have the ref come in and call for the bell.
How about this, kayfabe? Maybe somebody was like, "Dude, they had been down for 7.5 minutes.
They're obviously not fit to wrestle any longer.
Obviously not fit
And then
to wrestle.
Brock comes in.
Yeah, makes
destroys
them
him.
less fit to wrestle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like it was just bad. I was bummed. I was really bummed out because like, like intrigue. I want to see how they're gonna finish this. But they always like whenever I'm like intrigued, they always find the lamest way to finish something.
Yeah, it's pretty lame.
Just to annoy me or something.
Well, I don't know if they do it specifically just to annoy you.
Just like I was the only one invited to the 2K thing. They got me on their radar, man.
All right.
Good and bad.
All right.
Anyways.
That's fine.
What else we got in the news today?
Oh.
205 Live moving to Wednesday.
Yeah, seems like it. Wrestling Inc. posted a report Saturday that 205 Live wasn't in its usual spot in WWE's schedule for this upcoming week. This week. This week.
I hear they're doing a new Marine 6 TV series that they're going to move on Tuesdays. That's why they're doing this. That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
That's non-news.
It'd be pretty neat, though.
It would be
right?
great, yeah.
Like a half-hour Marine 6 show.
Yeah, Miz, HBK, Becky Lynch, laser guns. It's like live-action G.I. Joes from the 80s.
I put in our reaction, truncated reactions, I have one bit where it's just our reaction to the Marine 6.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. And as some of you know, I mean, there's only it seems like a handful of people who watch 205 Live. It's usually on.
Hilton doesn't even watch that show.
Luchando? After SmackDown, and it airs 10 p.m. Eastern on the network. Yeah. For those who might not be aware that 205 Live
a lot of people are not
was
aware
on
of that.
after SmackDown. But anyways, Wrestling Inc. added, quote, jump into this Wednesday, a new episode of 205 Live is slotted for 7 p.m. Eastern right before this week's NXT and the Mae Young Classic. Under WWE shows page, the change has also been made, but also stated that, quote, WWE has yet to make an official announcement on this change. No word yet on if the tapings will continue to take place after SmackDown or if WWE will move them to another venue. Well, Drake Maverick, the GM of 205 Live and the manager of Authors of Pain, took to Twitter, posted a video confirming the change in air date 205 Live now to Wednesdays. And no word yet officially as far as any sort of production changes. I'm assuming it's going to be taped and aired a tape delay on Wednesday. But then there's also the Mixed Match Challenge, which starts Tuesday. So who knows if this is going to be a full-time change or if this is just a temporary thing. Because remember when Mixed Match Challenge was on, at first they'd have that on Facebook, then do 205 Live. And at first they were just doing truncated episodes of 205 Live, like 35 minutes. And that was not good. They started making them longer, but I don't know. It just still felt like an afterthought.
Yeah, it kind of always feels like an afterthought, and in fact, we never want. Oops, sorry. Whenever we talk about, okay, so it was number 7 in the ranks in the ratings last week. Mae Young Classic, NXT, SummerSlam, Hell in a Cell, 2017, Storytime Episode 3, This Week in WWE, and then 205 Live.
Wow.
So a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff.
Separates it from like where it should be. I mean, because honestly,
it should be top 3 every
You
week.
really want that to be through 2 or 3, depending on what's going on. Like Mae Young Classic, that's number 1. That makes sense. NXT number 2, that makes sense. Then it should be 205 Live. You don't need it down at number 7. Although I guess that is better than like sometimes it's a number 12 or number 14.
Yeah.
So I guess that's better than that. Like this week, because of Hell in a Cell, it's probably going to be way down there.
Hold on. I want to interrupt you for a second.
Okay.
I'm assuming this is from that interview that Undertaker and Foley did. But this is a headline on Fightful. I'm skimming the news. This is the headline. The Undertaker thought that Mick Foley's tooth was a booger during their Hell in a Cell match.
That is great.
Oh, man. That was worth interrupting
Man, I
before.
turned around and I saw his weird-looking face,
and I saw the biggest booger from the depths of hell I ever saw. And then I was like, that's not a booger.
That's his tooth.
That's his tooth. Michelle, somebody call that man a dentist.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I would think that. So number one, I know Jack Gallagher made the joke on Twitter. What did he call it? He said it was like 205 taped live. You know.
Yeah.
So, obviously they're not married to the concept of it being live, even though that's in the name.
I'm telling you, man, change the name WCW.
That's the word. That's a terrible idea.
Atlanta Center.
And I wanted to
Stage
punch
Studios.
Hilton in the face for getting on board with you on that one, because I was watching that part of the broadcast when you were saying that, and he was like, "Oh, dude, that was a great idea."
It was a great idea.
No, it's a terrible idea. Because isn't it like World Championship Wrestling? No, it's World Cruiserweight Wrestling. Immediately, you're just off brand.
No, it's good.
That's a terrible idea.
But WCCW, that's something that's been around even longer. World Cruiserweight Championship Wrestling.
I'd be better with that if they
Sportatorium.
they rebuilt the Sportatorium for that specifically. Yeah, I'd be okay with that. I don't know, man. I think I'm telling you, if it doesn't work on Wednesdays as part of number one, I think it's a smart move to make it a sort of a package deal with NXT. Although it's a terrible move making it before NXT.
Yeah, it's got to be after.
It's like Frasier and Cheers.
They should do
Frasier
NXT, Mae Young, and then 205 Live.
What was a show that benefited from either Cheers or Seinfeld?
Well, Friends did for a while. And
Yeah.
from Seinfeld.
Yeah.
They got the rub.
And then something else probably benefited from Friends.
Yeah.
Did anything ever
think
just
Frasier did.
Just Shoot Me? Something like
what was
that?
that Paul Reiser, Helen Hunt show?
Mad About You was way before that.
No,
dude.
it wasn't.
It was like 95. It was like before Friends. It was like 93, 94, 95.
That's when Friends came on the air, I think.
Wasn't Friends like 95?
Well, it was like early mid-90s.
Yeah.
Because Seinfeld was, first season was 89.
I think Mad About You rode Seinfeld's coattails.
Maybe.
And then Friends rode somebody else's coattails.
First it was Seinfeld's coattails. They were both on Thursday nights.
Okay.
That's when NBC's
Remember Paul
Thursdays-
Reiser's friend in that show? He had like a giant head.
Yeah.
His name was Ira, I think. Why do I remember that?
I don't know.
I don't remember watching that show
wasn't
ever.
Will and Grace on Thursday nights too?
That might have been
Towards the latter years of Friends.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that.
But it could be just be
Friends
in my
coat.
mind because down in LA, like syndication, after both had gone off the air.
Oh yeah.
It was late at night, Seinfeld, Friends, and
Oh,
Will and
yeah.
Grace.
Yeah.
So that might be my perception of NBC Thursday nights.
That
for
could be.
About 15 years was completely altered by how they were syndicated on a channel in Los Angeles.
Remember when they did that Empty Nest Golden Girls crossover show?
Yeah.
Yeah. There was like a hurricane or something.
Yeah.
happened? Yeah.
Golden Girls was a great show.
Yeah, it really was.
So was Empty Nest.
So was
Dear John?
Barney Miller. Hey, I like Dear John. I used to watch that.
A good theme song too.
Give me Barney Miller though.
I used to watch that when I was a kid.
Watch that now. I would. PlayStation View brought back decades.
You're really upset about that.
So 205 Live, I think it'd be a good deal if it rode NXT's
Absolutely.
coattails. I think
Absolutely.
it'd be a
And
good
if
idea.
not for the Mae Young Classic being on after NXT, that's probably what would happen.
If this doesn't work, if Wednesdays doesn't work for it, if the ratings keep on crapping.
Here's the thing. It depends if this is a full-time move or a move just to accommodate Mixed Match Challenge. I mean, if it moves to Wednesdays and it does better, then we're going to see it on Wednesdays
Yeah.
from here on out. But if it moves to Wednesdays for the matter of 2 months and performs at the same level it has for Tuesdays, I don't think that's going to be the end of 205 Live.
Well, I'll put it this way. I wonder if 205 Live they might see, and this I'm probably reading way too deep into it, but if they sell NXT to Fox Sports 1, if they're able to do that, they might be able to make a buck on 205 Live, maybe as a bundled deal. Maybe they do keep it around, in hopes that, hey, this is additional programming that, with a little bit of extra money,
Added value.
yeah, can actually be a bit better too.
Maybe.
So I don't know if they'd cancel it, but it certainly doesn't. It doesn't look good when they're starting to bring people over to Raw, but in a weird managerial roles. That's so weird.
Yeah, I know.
That's so odd.
I know.
Yeah, I don't really get it, man. But it certainly is not doing great. And
No.
there are reasons for that.
Which
man.
is a bummer because it is a really solid show. week in and week out, it's some of the best wrestling on all of WWE's television
I agree.
productions. It's a really fun show, and creatively, it's really hitting a good stride right now. So I hope it doesn't get canceled. I hope it finds the success it deserves.
Yeah. No, I agree.
But we shall see. You want to talk some Mae Young Classic?
Yeah, sure. I was sort of half watching while you had it on in there.
Yeah.
I watched. We already talked about the first night, right?
Yeah, we talked about it last week.
All right, so we're gonna talk about
this is episode 2.
episode 2.
Show kicked off with Deonna Purrazzo taking on Priscilla Kelly.
Man, talk about that. What is it called? The Fujiwara armbar.
Yeah, man.
Holy smokes!
That was some serious torque.
Priscilla Kelly damn near had her friggin' arm ripped out. That was really disturbing.
Yeah. Deonna Purrazzo had the armbar on Priscilla Kelly. She wasn't tapping, so she relaxed a bit and then really leaned back.
Yeah.
Extra torque on that arm, and then Priscilla Kelly tapped out pretty much right away.
So like, it's the arm is kind of moving a lot during the frame that they used while she was trying to rip it off. But somebody took a still when it was like bent back like really bad, and it looks really bad. I mean, I'm sure she's fine, but man, that looked nasty.
Yeah, it was a good match too.
Yeah, no, it was a really good match.
Deonna Purrazzo was really good.
Yeah, the crowd was really into it too. Like they kept I don't know. There just seems to be a bit more energy this year. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm just reading too much into. Maybe I'm just not remembering it properly, which is totally possible. But a lot more energy this year.
You know, I felt one thing I remember from last year, and granted, it wasn't common. I feel like there was a lot of matches last year were shorter.
You think so?
Yeah. And I don't know why, because I'm sure it was still 1 hour shows of 4 matches.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, the matches last year felt shorter.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they're actually giving these matches more time or they're just getting more into the matches. I don't know, but the matches feel longer. They feel like they're more developed. They're telling more of a story per match.
Crowd was super duper into it, though.
Oh, heck yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, me too.
After that, we had a lucha wrestler,
Zeus versus Ariel Monroe.
Oh, yeah. She's going to be big.
Oh, yeah.
She's going to be, what do they call her? Big Swole?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And then she's married to Cedric Alexander.
Correct.
Right? Okay. And he was in the front row with their little baby, and they were cheering along. It was really cute.
Yes.
So, yeah, no, she's going to be a huge star.
There's a story going on this match where early on, Ariel Monroe went to Zeus and says, "Don't touch my hair, don't mess up my face." And so the whole time, Zeus was pulling the hair and going after the face.
Yep. Zeus ended up getting the win with a top rope Spanish fly.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I figured Ariel Monroe would go over here.
Yeah, I thought so too.
She's like sort of a bigger name, kind of.
Next, former American Ninja Warrior competitor Casey Catanzaro took on Reina Gonzalez.
I was really bummed out that this match didn't take place over like a body of water with like some matted sort of steps over it, and then some like some bars.
Yeah. And like a pull-up thing, you have to
right,
bounce up,
and
like
a wall that you just have to run up.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of bummed out that all of her matches aren't American Ninja Warrior.
She did
theme
get
matches.
into the ring by climbing up the ring post.
Yeah, she did. That was
amazing.
Yeah, that was really cool.
She had this cool drop kick, springboard drop kick, where instead of springboarding up to the top rope on her feet, she springboarded up, bounced off her butt, drop kicked Reina Gonzalez.
Yeah.
It was great. Reina Gonzalez was tossing her all over the ring. There's like a 12-inch height difference.
They've done a couple of these monster versus underdog stories, and they're all great.
Yeah.
What was that one they did in the first one? Oh, wasn't it Lacey Lane versus...
Oh, yeah. Vanessa Craven.
Yeah, Craven monster.
Yeah, she was huge.
She was massive. So, again, we got that story again, but this was cool because Casey's all like American Ninja Warrior person. Yeah, this was fun. And again, she got sort of a sneaky win against the larger opponent with a roll-up.
Yeah.
But this was really, really cool.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was really cool. She did a move, Casey Catanzaro did. That
they should give her like the Spider-Man gimmick.
Yeah.
Just put her in a Spider-Man outfit.
Early on, she did a move where she did a springboard thing but held on to the ropes and tried to go for like a flying or head scissors on Reina Gonzalez, which I think she reversed, but nonetheless, Will Ospreay tweeted it out and gave Casey Catanzaro some props.
Yeah.
It was pretty neat.
Yeah.
Main event was Ashley Rain, Madison Rain, in Impact TNA.
Yes.
Taking on Mercedes Martinez. We saw a lot of Mercedes Martinez in last year's Mae Young Classic. She reached the semifinals.
Yes.
Before losing to Shayna Baszler. Another solid match. Mercedes Martinez, I mean, she's been doing it for nearly 2 decades, they said.
Yeah.
She's really good.
Holy crap, that
Oh, that move she did looked like she dropped Ashley Rain right on her head.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of similar to what Chuck Taylor does. Sorry, no, Trent Beretta
Yeah.
does for his finisher what Tony Storm used to, but from the front. So she had her up like this and tucked her head and then dropped her right in her shoulders.
Yeah. Oof.
Ow.
And she did a hell of a job selling the crap out of that too.
Yeah. Well, I hope that was just a sell job.
I know, me too, because man, she looked out.
Yeah,
she
that
looked
that's a
out.
rough move.
Yeah.
Rough move.
In any event, Mercedes Martinez picked up the win with Fisherman Buster.
Yeah.
Fisherman Buster.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that name.
Another good match. Another really good episodes. Another good. I can't talk today. So much talking yesterday.
Yeah. Well,
And so much talking while you were gone.
Yeah.
I'm like over talking for now.
This is the worst. Like when it's just you or just me. That's the worst, man.
Well, it's
Just
not the
sitting there.
worst. It's hard, but it's not the worst.
Well, do you know what I'm saying, man? I'm not saying it's the worst. Like, okay, what's the worst? You're saying it's not the worst. What is the worst?
You know, like being stuck with lava all around you.
Yeah. So you obviously that's not as I'm not saying like we're in a situation. I
Or
don't know why
like
you have to counter me every
Death
time.
is imminent.
You know, I'm saying within the death is imminent.
It's not that situation. No.
Within the context of our jobs.
Actually, the worst would be having to fill 45 hours a time and not
Hours? Wow.
45
That would be
minutes
the
a time.
worst.
So I said I can't talk today, and not finding anything to talk about.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
Like if it was a Friday news show that I do by myself, and there was no news.
I was very happy because there was plenty of news when I had to go live by myself.
And for 205 Live NXT last week, I just took a bunch of notes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I keep on forgetting to mention this. We've got for people who, if you want to kick in money, we got Streamlabs.
Oh yeah,
There's a link in the description of this episode. Just go to the stream. I think it's like Steve and Larson 1 or something at the Streamlabs. There's a link in the description. If you want to kick us money, I should check. I should take a look here and see if anybody's actually done that.
Oh okay.
Let's see here. Probably not. I'm not expecting anything. Let's see here. Yeah, big zero.
Dang MQ says Larson was saved by super chat. Certainly did help.
Yeah, well, you know,
Certainly did help.
People, people kicking in money, people just talking. We got a bunch of questions on the Twitter. We'll get to
Good.
in
We
a
got some
bit.
super chats to get to as well. But first, let's talk Bola. We got Raw preview too. We'll keep this part pretty quick so we didn't get a chance to see any of it because it was in Los Angeles and we weren't. But Jeff Cobb,
Yeah.
he is your winner.
Spoiler alert! In case you're waiting for DVDs.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
That's like forever.
Yeah, it's like a couple months away. Battle of Los Angeles 2018. In a triple threat match, he defeated Shingo.
Takagi?
Yeah, sure, and Bandito
No, Bandito.
to win the tournament.
That's cool. So,
And then,
like,
of course, he guarantees him a title shot against Walter, which will be awesome.
yeah. Oh man, that'll be good. PWG is kind of in an interesting position right now. I really want to check out a show and get the vibe at that theater. Mm-hmm.
It is an era of transition for them.
Yeah, totally.
They're losing a lot of their talent to WWE.
Well, that's what I told Adam Cole. No, that's one thing we were talking about. I was like, what's it like with like everybody from PWG? Like Bola's happening right now, but everybody that was there last year is like literally here. And he was like, yeah, Steve, you're my best friend. And I was like, no kidding, Adam Cole.
Did you do this together?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, that's great.
And then we went and got some cheeseburgers.
I'm really happy for you.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Him versus Walter, that'll be awesome.
Oh man.
Wow.
Yeah. That'd be good. They had what was it? Ospreay versus Walter at Defiant, I think.
Oh yeah.
They put up a video on YouTube. I haven't watched it yet.
Cool.
So yeah, that should be neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I want to check out some PWG stuff just to sort of expose myself. Also, because there's like some people out there that I just don't.
Yeah, no,
never
there's a
heard
lot
of
of
before.
talents that they're bringing in now that I'm just not.
Yeah,
I'm not
familiar with.
that familiar with.
Yeah. But the vibe, like, I was paying attention to Ryan Satin's Twitter feed. Dave Schilling was there for one of the nights, our friendo. A couple other people. Marco Stunt was there.
Yeah. Apparently, he and Trevor Lee had a good match.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm really looking forward to seeing, we were lucky enough to get two nights last year we went to one of the
Night
Bola
two,
nights,
yeah.
night 2, and then we went to another show prior to that. at the old venue. So I am looking forward to seeing what they have to offer these days and how they're transitioning. The design that they're using with the theater, like in terms of their graphic design and stuff, the lights and stuff, is really beautiful.
Yeah,
like
it
they
looks
seem
really
to
good.
be making the best of that theater. People are still up at the apron.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
It still seems like an intimate venue.
Yeah.
And they're taking advantage of the fact that it's like technologically up to date.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. And it'll also be interesting to see what they look like. So, like, I never got any of their, I know you got some of their DVDs.
Yeah.
I never did. I'm kind
They're
of
over there by my desk.
curious to know if the aesthetic, how it changes that as well.
Yeah.
Oh, man, it's time for our favorite part.
Ooh, Raw preview.
Actually, before Raw Preview, let's open up some
Oh, you
stuff.
want to do some mail? All right, we can do some mail.
Raw Preview's been kind of lame lately, I'll be honest with you.
Well, it depends on who's writing it.
I feel like their good writer's gone on vacation.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe a much-deserved vacation.
Could be.
So if you guys want to send us mail, stuff for our set, doesn't always make the set, you can do that. P.O. Box 1814, Orangevale, California 95662. It's also in the description.
Oh, this is great. To Mr. Here and Mr. Larson, it's your friendly neighborhood Zodiac killer delivering a prestigious tea each. Hope it's in the right sizes. Joe has heard of you, as I told him the podcast name. But keep up the work. Too sweet. Hearty handshake and have a prestigious day.
Joe who? Samoa
Well, if
Joe?
it's prestigious. It's Joe.
Oh, Joe Hendry.
Joe Hendry. Local hero.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've talked to Joe Hendry and I keep on meaning to try to get him in as a guest.
That'd be great.
Well, on Skype or whatever.
Yeah, obviously. Oh, wow. That's awesome.
He's in the England. There's
Magnum TA. Oh, dear.
Clean this place up.
I know. We need to spend an afternoon doing that. This one's for you.
Nice.
XL.
Oh, beautiful. Look at that. It's the prestigious one.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, man. That's a good looking shirt.
I love me some Joe Hendry, man.
Yeah, he's great.
Oh, we can go twinning.
We could. Large.
Thank you very much, Adam Nuttall.
Thank you, Steve Zodiac Killer.
Did I just out him? All right, I got
No, we mentioned it by
a
name
letter
before.
here. This is from Joseph Morton, the grappling gamer. Hello, Stephen Larson, and to millions and millions of friendos out there. This is the grappling gamer himself, Joseph Morton. Yes, that's my wrestling name. I currently cannot support you on Patreon, but wanted to give a gift to you guys for making my days at work better when I get to listen in. I currently have been trying to get back in ring shape. It's just difficult with work and whatnot. Anyways, if you're reading this before you guys saw the gift, I hope you appreciate it. I saw it while I was on break from work. I think it would tie the office together. I would appreciate a shout out to my Twitch since I do my best to stream whenever possible. I would like my streams to be a place where people can converse about wrestling and whatnot. It's twitch.tv/thegrapplinggamer. I'd like to pursue my dream of being my own boss by streaming and wrestling and potentially starting a podcast very soon. You guys are inspiration to keep up the good work. As always, a too sweet, but wait, swerve. I deliver an F5 to Steve while Larson panics and grabs a chair while I deliver punches. Now he's booking a match now, apparently.
Yeah.
Larson, in a frenzy, gets the chair ready to strike until Swerve. Larson strikes Steve and continues to help me beat down Steve. Steve slowly getting on his knees. Doing that cry face Kenny Omega does until Larson says to me, do it. I shoot break your ankle. Fuck you. Larson delivers a super kick and some fresh Jordans. We too sweet over your body and proceed to leave the ring. Screw this, man. I'm not reading that. I'm the one who got swerved. Swerve, I'm not reading the rest of your letter. How's that?
We got one more from the Enforcer.
Oh, nice.
That one's heavy.
This better not be a flamethrower.
No, it better be a flamethrower. I think it'd be awesome if it were. If it is, can I take it home with me?
Your wife wouldn't let you do that, dude. My wife might.
Here, I could use my keys on it.
Okay, you can use your keys.
Start first Raw preview.
Okay. Here's the beginning of Raw preview.
The dead man returns to Raw to address
Triple H. Oh, nice. He's going to say, what is Steve going to make up that The Undertaker doesn't say tonight?
Maybe he'll actually say, like a dog.
A series of increasingly personal attacks have all but wiped out any pretense of mutual respect between Undertaker and Triple H. They prepare to battle for the last time ever. at WWE Super Showdown in Melbourne, Australia. Last week seemed to ice it for Triple H, who responded to the dead man's insults of Shawn Michaels by promising, quote, to put him down. See, Raw Preview says to put him down like a dog. Now the Last Outlaw rides back onto Team Red to offer his rebuttal. Will this remain a war of words from now, or will things escalate into
It doesn't
physicality?
say it like a dog.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
Raw
It's right
Preview agrees with me.
Promising to put him down. That's what it says.
Like a dog.
Oh, man.
It says it right there, man.
It doesn't. You just added it. Read letter from Stevie Bradley.
Okay.
Like a dog.
Hey, Stephen Larson, just wanted to send a few boxes of cards out to you. Also went to a Soul Calibur 6 event, and they were handing out shirts, and they didn't have my size, so I asked for a large and an extra large, and I'll sew them together. They did, but I was joking. Use them however you wish. Keep up the great work. The Enforcer, Stevie Bradley. Oh, that's cool. Soul Calibur shirts. Maybe I'll turn this out. I don't know if I'll like wear this out or anything, but I'll turn it
Gym shirt.
Turn it into a gym shirt.
Here's some NXT cards.
Oh, beautiful. Why is John Cena on an NXT card? That dude did not go through the developmental system.
Oh, I think it's in a different box.
What's in the box?
Yeah, these are all NXT cards. Oh, look at that. Finn Balor right on top.
Finn Balor.
All right, next. How will Lesnar's return impact the Universal title picture? Brock Lesnar was told he couldn't have a Universal title rematch at WWE Hell in a Cell, so he destroyed Hell in a Cell single-handedly and fans' goodwill towards the company. The Conqueror kicked the Cell's door off its hinges and decimated Universal Champion Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman, bringing their title bout to an unprecedented no-contest decision. They probably should have mentioned that part. While it's hard to imagine Strowman won't demand restitution, the Beast clearly isn't about to let the championship race pass him by. Could the record-setting title holder return to Raw to once again demand his rematch? And if he does, will acting general manager Baron Corbin have the guts to turn him down? So that was well written.
Can anyone hang with Ronda Rousey? Far more decisive was the ending to the Raw Women's Championship match, which saw Ronda Rousey emphatically retain against Alexa Bliss, despite an attack on the champion's injured ribs that brought her dangerously close to an upset. While Rousey is firmly entrenched as champion, the goddess arguably provided a blueprint for combating Rousey, and the division is wide open. Will a new challenger emerge? So who's going to attack Ronda? Who's going to challenge Ronda Rousey tonight?
Well, their heels are on Ruby Riott.
Didn't she just lose to the Bellas? Oh, is it going to be a Bella?
Well, they're going to do Nikki and Ronda Rousey at Evolution, so it could be. Could be.
Maybe.
Is there unfinished business between the Shields and the Dogs? Did I say the Shields? I did. The Shield and the Dogs of War. Well, Braun Strowman may have failed to capture Universal title. His Dogs of War, Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre, retained the Raw Tag Team titles in thoroughly impressive fashion, holding off an all-world effort from Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. A lingering animosity between Strowman's pack and the Shield aside, will anybody step up to challenge Ziggler and McIntyre?
Are we just going to get... yeah, I know. Cena was in OVW. I get that. He just wasn't in NXT. People are talking in chat. Wait, isn't it just going to still be the Shield?
Yeah, probably. Oh,
yeah.
Man, look at that card. That's great.
Well, that's kind of lame,
Look
man.
at that one.
What's that one? Oh, wow. Look at that.
These colorful Macho Man.
Oh, yeah. We got a Macho Man card. And Dusty. Yeah, so sounds like another chore of a Raw to sit through.
Yeah, probably.
But we're going to watch it anyways.
Yeah,
and
that's our jobs.
report back to you guys tomorrow
Again,
just
that's
how
our jobs.
great it was.
Yep, that's what we do.
Pretty much.
Yep, let's take some questions. Steve,
What?
to the Twitter, please.
Are you going to do super chats?
I'll try to read them, even though I've been having trouble saying words today. Scorpio2385. Hey, I'm the new Hitman Friendo of Going in Raw. What's up, my podcast tag team of the year? And there's several thumbs up, 6 of them to be exact.
He's the Hitman Friendo?
Yeah.
Well, that's scary. Can we, contact him if we want a contract?
Well, I just
want to put a
maybe
contract
he's
on
a
somebody?
Huge Bret Hart fan.
I don't know, man. That was a capital H right there.
Well, that's what it was with. Well, if it's capital H, then that's more likely to be.
Samuel
Bret Hart.
Bronkowitz asks, are you guys going to do a commentary track of the Marine 6 when it comes out? That would be great.
It won't be on the Blu-ray, though, unfortunately. Jonathan Reyes enjoying the show.
How do
just
we
got
know that? We can contact some people. I know some people at WWE.
All right,
I'll
get on
see
it.
if they
Do
want.
it. Get on it. Get on it.
Why? Don't be rude about it.
I'm not being rude. I'm being enthusiastic. Do it. Let's do it.
Opening up business opportunities.
Yeah, I'm all aboard. Do it. Jonathan Reyes, enjoying the show. Just got power back from Hurricane Florence. Was real, but thank you for all that you do.
Man, I hope you guys are okay out there.
Yep.
Oof, that's rough. Jeremy Salinas, with the Matt Hardy retirement and the ugly Jeff bump at Hell in a Cell, thoughts on Jeff coming back as Willow or something similar?
Itchweed.
With Broken Woken Matt coming back as his manager.
I'd thought about that. But maybe he just wants, Matt that is, just wants to step away for a bit.
It wouldn't surprise me, man. Just go and chill out. Just go watch some TV, man.
Hang
Play
with
with
your family.
kids, yeah.
Frankie Dixon, Red Cell needs to disappear like Jinder's push.
Who needs to what?
Red Cell.
Oh, no way, man.
It's just too red.
Give me another color.
Tone down the
Give
red
me
a little
another
bit.
color.
Bright blue.
Bright. Nah. Steel Cage is already supposed to be bright blue, even though they don't do it anymore.
Yellow. Bright yellow.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Just burn the TV.
Yeah.
Jova. So my fiance, who doesn't watch wrestling, says Samoa Joe sounds like a type of pizza. If you were to name styles of pizzas or sandwiches after wrestlers, what would they be?
Well, something be made AJ styles.
What's that?
You have to make some food dish AJ styles.
Yeah.
How about this? A salad, call it romaine reigns.
Okay, that makes sense. That's good. Why does Braun Strowman already? Oh, Braun like as
like stroganoff.
Stroganoff, yeah, or Braun like a pastrami sandwich.
Pastrami sandwich.
Pastrami sandwich, yeah.
Oh, that sounds good.
I don't know. I'm not good at puns, man.
Um,
Oh, this is a good question. Baron Ash, what's better? 8-match cards where people and titles are left off, or 13-match cards that give everyone who's regularly on TV a spot along with all the titles?
No, give me the what we saw last night, barring the finish, the main event, was really good because every match got time.
Give me 3.5 hours where there's 4 matches. That's what I want, man. Rarefied air.
Yes.
You want on TV? Earn it.
Earn it. Joan
Show us why.
No contest finished. Does Braun retain Money in the Bank? No.
That's done.
That briefcase just offers him a chance for a match. That's it.
Disappeared like
Into the
Thanos
ether
snapped.
it goes.
Yep.
Stoner Boner. I don't believe Luchando is Hilton. It's a swerve. Until he publicly says what his identity is, he's Luchando.
I've already said it, and he didn't deny that.
Are you Luchando?
Obviously not.
Then you're not in any position to do that.
It's Hilton.
You don't have the authority to do
Everybody knows it's Hilton. You can go back and watch our Royal Rumble 2016 show, and we clearly call him Hilton. I think I can go back and find where you say, hey, everybody, it's Hilton. Does that negate what you're saying then,
No.
if I find that footage?
Lucha tradition demands you lose the mask. You have to say where your identity is. And he didn't do that.
Lucha tradition, it says a lot. Like, if you watch Triple Mania, you'll see that Lucha tradition is out the window these days. There is no more Lucha tradition.
I don't know about that.
Remember when Vampiro farted really loud?
Yeah. That was pretty great.
Let's see here.
Scorpio 2385. Hey, wish I could meet you guys. You guys are the best, but on a podcast. But a shame. I live in the Carolinas. But anyways, I really wish Triple H would take over. No pun intended.
I'm going to take over now.
He will at some point.
Oh, nice. David De La Cruz. I've been rewatching Quantum Leap, and it got me thinking if you could leap and correct what went wrong in wrestling, and let's take deaths out of it, or, paralysis or whatever. Who would you leap into, and what wrestling incident or event would you make right? So this is a bit different than you can go back in time, because if you go back in time, it's just us, and we have to go convince people.
But this is you're embodying that person. Bret Hart, just chill out, man.
Yeah, but you can't just have him. Okay, what specific? See, in Quantum Leap, generally speaking, he's given a day, maybe a couple days to prevent something. So you're given a small window of a couple days
To jump into Bret Hart, and this is what I'll do.
and what would you do?
Compromise? Don't put yourself in a position where you're the victim of a screw job.
Okay. So
Because you see how it affected him.
Okay, so what
it
day?
wrecked Bret Hart.
What day would you jump into him? Morning of Survivor Series?
Day before.
Day before.
Yeah.
Okay. And what would you do? Would you just lay down for Sean? Would you go to Vince and say, hey, Vince, I've had a change of heart,
I'd say, Vince, I have a change of heart, Let's book it so Triple H interferes, cost me the match. I'm protected. I still get babyface heat in my home country.
Right.
Sean is more of a heel.
Yeah.
I know I don't like him. I don't like Triple H either. Nonetheless, for best for business, let's do that.
Okay, that's good.
That's what you do.
That's good. No, I agree with that. That's good. I'm trying to think what I would do. Maybe jump into Stone Cold day before. When did he turn heel? 17?
17, sorry.
Hey, Vince, this is a bad idea. How about you make me... I just keep on being who I am. What?
Oh, I'd jump into Stone Cold the day before he did the what thing and just not do that.
Oh, yeah.
Or CM Punk. No. Yeah, maybe CM Punk the day before, like, the Rumble or the day of the Rumble. I'll just be like, hey, listen, I got to talk to somebody. I'm hurting everywhere. Can I take 3 months off? I just really need to take, like, 3 months off. Can I do that? I'll come back, be a big return. I'd add some diplomacy to his approach.
Yeah. Kyle Young was Night Court after Cheers. You know, I don't know if I ever...
Isn't that on, like, Tuesdays?
And I
When
more
did Night Court air?
Predominantly, I watched that on syndication, like while the show was still on,
I might have.
like on WGN or something.
While the show was on?
Yeah.
You watched it in
I
syndication?
remember watching it during the day,
Man.
and then towards the latter seasons, I'd watch because like when Gilbert Godfrey was on.
Hold on, sorry.
Why is Dave Meltzer
Meltzer's
talking?
a guest now on our show. I was listening to Wrestling Observer Radio. I want to see if there are more scoops.
Universal Jones, hey friendos, better kisser, Seth Rollins or Drew McIntyre? It's Drew.
It's probably true.
It's
right?
Drew.
Oh, here we go.
What?
So Night Court aired from 84 to 92, but I want to know what day and then when did it change?
He was on for 8 years. That's pretty impressive.
Syndication.
Yeah, when did it go into syndication?
Didn't really say. Episode, no, the cast. Where's production?
Because I'd probably start watching it in the late 80s.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I remember watching it live, or when it originally aired.
What was January 4th, 1984?
When-
That's when it debuted.
When Gilbert Godfrey was on for John Larroquette. Josh Little, is that your stomach?
Yeah. What is today? Monday?
Uh-huh.
Damn it. I can't get a BLT at that place.
Nope.
I really love their BLTs.
Well, unless you want to wait till 3.
Wednesday.
Yeah, Josh.
Night Court might have aired on Wednesdays because I don't think it was a must-see Thursday show.
No, and Must See Thursday didn't become a thing until like early 90s. Josh Little, do you think that pay-per-view should be named after match types, excluding Royal Rumble and Survivor Series? Yeah. It offers up themes. Themes are
The
good.
only one that I'm not huge on is TLC.
Yeah.
Because, like, everybody has to do a different tact on tables, ladders, or chairs, or all of them, or none of them, or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's the only one that kind of, but it's got a good ring to it now.
You know what? The one that bugs me is Extreme Rules. Because then they like shoehorn matches with...
You can't, yeah, no, nothing is, they can't, Extreme Rules should really be a thing of the past.
Mm-hmm.
Because nobody gets, like, so Hardy Orton last night, that was like the closest we're going to get to Extreme Rules.
Yeah.
You know, but it's in Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
But, like, them doing that stuff, but nobody really does matches like that anymore.
No.
Unless you're getting buckle bombed out of the ring.
Yeah.
It's
Steve
easy to-
Kuharski, who would win, the Kingdom or OVE?
I don't know a lot about the Kingdom, so I'm going to say OVE because I
Yeah,
really
I
like
agree.
OVE.
Ian D. Thoughts on Ronda hulking up or hulking out? I can't stand it. When she hissed and did the...
Oh, the hiss was great.
great.
I loved it. Snake Lady.
Travis Dayton, if you had to pick one wrestler from the Undisputed Era to be going in Raw's biggest fan, who would you pick?
One wrestler from the Undisputed Era.
To be GIR's top fan, number one fan.
I'll be Adam Cole, obviously.
Yeah.
You know.
Frankie Dixon, Shag, Mary, Fire, John Cena's sixth move of doom, The Rock's sharpshooter, The Miz's figure four leg lock.
So I would shag John Cena's sixth move of doom.
It's just like a back fist.
Yeah, because it's funny. The Rock sharpshooter I would marry.
It wasn't that bad.
It was solid, right?
Yeah,
it was solid.
I would definitely fire the
that's the
Miz's
worst.
figure four
That
leg
was the
lock. I'm still
worst.
not sure he knows how to do it.
I don't think he does. He always looks so confused when he like picks up the legs.
Yeah, I
He's
know.
like, it's like the meme with all the math going on.
Bobby Mincy, do you think if Foley called off the main event, then explain continuing it would potentially ruin their careers? It'd be less of a stinker.
If what now?
If Foley was the one calling off the main event and saying it would ruin their careers.
Okay, so at least That's actually not a terrible idea, given what we got.
Yeah.
What we got was maybe the worst idea possible.
Yes.
Then you would have a reason for Foley being there, which in the end was nothing. There was zero reason for him to be there. So I think Meltzer said something like, I don't know where I got this from. Maybe it was Meltzer. Said something like, Foley, the only reason he was going
it's to advertise his one-man show.
You know, they could have done instead of that, because I don't think that did anything for me to advertise one. Like, you know how they used to do, and they still do. I don't know. I didn't really notice one this time. They might have done it. But like an opening video package to open the show.
Yeah.
Have something very dramatically lit where he delivers like a soliloquy.
The VO.
The VO.
Yeah.
That's a good way to do it because it puts you back in, maybe you don't see who it is talking at first and then you see it's him. It's like, oh, this guy knows. Something like that. There's no need for him to be the referee.
No.
That was silly.
Scorpio 2385, Steve, don't be scared. I'm just a Bret Hart fan.
Okay, well, no. I wasn't scared. I was just thinking maybe we could use that. Who can we murder?
Probably shouldn't talk about that on air.
You don't think so?
I mean, it's incriminating.
Oh, okay. You're looking ahead in case we do need to do that.
I mean,
okay.
if that ever were to happen, they do an episode of 48 Hours on that. And like right here, that's
they'll replay.
That's
that.
evidence.
Dateline.
Any more Twitter questions?
Oh yeah, tons of them.
All right. All right, Zach Stolpa. What would be the most problematic version of the Montreal Screwjob?
What would be the what?
Most problematic version of the Montreal Screwjob.
The most problematic version of the Montreal Screwjob? What does that mean?
Like worst case scenario?
Like if that punch that Bret threw at Vince killed Vince? It's like
or if he did it in front of everybody.
If he did it in front of that would be awesome.
Yeah.
It'd be cool. The camera's rolling.
Like instead of just spitting on Vince, he did a suicide dive and then ground and pound right there in the arena in front of everybody.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That'd probably be worse.
Well, yeah, Triple H, who would have pulled him off? Would anybody be there to pull him off?
I don't know. Because I think that by that point, DX had already...
DX was gone,
backstage.
So like
it'd have to be
cooler
Patterson
heads
or Briscoe. They were ringside or Slaughter.
Brett's people came out. Didn't Owen come out?
Yeah.
And
Bulldog, yeah.
Bulldog? They probably would have been like, oh, man.
They might have joined in.
They were trying to calm him down.
Yeah. Well, they were still under contract.
And then he takes out a little pocket knife and he carves WCW into Vince's
chest.
To his chest. It gets really dark.
Wow. It's like a horror movie.
Oh, man. Like a horror movie. Exactly.
Anthony Scalisi. Who wants to go to the Marine 6 premiere?
Can we arrange that? Let's send a letter of inquiry for press credentials.
Yeah.
For the Marine 6 premiere. Are you kidding me?
That's great.
Who suggested that?
Anthony.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, we should talk to some people about that. We know who to talk to.
Yeah, we do.
We do.
Oh, man. It's November, right?
November 13th, I think, is when the Blu-ray comes out, so a few days before that.
Oh, shit, yeah. Get interviews with HBK, The Miz, and Becky Lynch.
Oh, heck yeah.
What was it like? What was it like to wield real laser guns?
I felt like, you ever see the G.I. Joe cartoon in the 80s?
Yes, I did, HBK.
It felt like that.
Or am I talking to Becky Lynch right now? It felt like that. Anyways, that might be it for show. Are we good on Super Chats?
Yeah. That's the end of it.
All right, well, thanks everybody for that.
Thank you very much.
Post show's coming up. You can hear my stomach growl. I don't know what else we're going to watch, but we're going to watch something, and that's going to happen.
Yes.
Anyways, Hilton, can you hit music, please? Hilton, wake up. Thank you, Hilton. Anyways, that's it for the show. Thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe, tell your friends, download CastBox, all that great stuff. Till next time, talk to you guys later.
Goodbye.